Hello everyone, welcome to Java tutorial. So today we are going to cover one of the important topic of the Java is which is OOPS concept. OOPS, Object Oriented Programming Systems. Java OOPS concept. In Java OOPS concept, object means a real world entity such as pen, chair, table, etc. In object oriented programming, we have this concept of object and a class. This object-oriented programming is a methodology or paradigm to design a program using classes and objects. So with the help of these classes and objects, we perform many operations on as per our requirement. So this OOPS concept cover various topics, which is object, class, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulations. So with the help of this OOPS concept, it is really easy to develop any application and to maintain any applications because we can directly relate the physical object with our code. So in this OOPS concept, we have objects. So objects and class. So what are class? So class are the entity which have some fields and methods, or we can say that class is the entity which have some properties and features, and carbon copies of this class is known as objects. So objects are the carbon copies of the class. So everything around us is an object. So object can be a pen can be the class. So what can be the properties of this pen? Pen can it has color, height, weight, and what are the features? It can write, it can roll. So these are the features. So all the properties we define in the fields of the class, and all the features we define in the methods of the class. And after that, all the carbon copies of this class is known as objects. Then we have concept of inheritance. Inheritance is, as we know that, inheriting the properties of our parents. So we have this parent class, and if we want to reuse those properties of the parent class, we can extend our subclass with the parent class, and we can access all the properties of the parent class. So, and another thing is polymorphism. Polymorphism, as we know that, poly means many, morph means form. So we can have many form that we have same name but different type of work. We have concept of overloading and overriding in polymorphism. So we will cover this topic in details. Then we have abstraction. Abstraction means hiding the inner details. So here in Java we have concept of abstract class and interfaces. So with the help of this abstract class, interfaces, and access modifier, we can hide the inner details of the class. And after that, we have encapsulations. Encapsulation is binding the properties and method in a single entity, which is known as class. Inside the class, we bind the properties and features, or we bind the fields and the methods in a single entity. So that concept is known as encapsulation. What are the advantages of the OOPS over procedural programming language? In case of procedural programming language, which is also known as modular programming, we divide the code in form of modules. Same thing we can do in OOPS as well, but in OOPS we have object-oriented programming. So this OOPS is easier to maintain, and in case of oriented programming, it's difficult to maintain. In OOPS, we have concept of data hiding with the help of these access modifiers, but in modular program, we do not have that. This OOPS is ability to simulate real-world events much more effectively But in case of procedural, we cannot relate that. We can provide solution of real world problem if we are using object oriented programming. But in case of modular programming, we cannot do that. So we have other many advanced features in case in OOPS, which are not available in the procedural oriented programming. So these are the concept of